I no longer wake up thinking about pills or aches. Instead, I wake with a quiet excitement, wondering whether I'll take a stroll outside or maybe just move gently here at home. And before you start thinking, well, maybe she's just lucky, let me stop you right there. It's not genetics. It's not luck. It's not magic. It's knowledge and a little consistency. You see, I learned what kinds of movements support a woman's body after 60, after 70, even after 80. And just as importantly, I learned which ones don't hurt us. My body isn't my enemy. It's not a burden to drag around. It's my lifelong friend and I treat it with care. But when I look around, I know that's not the story most of us are living. Some of my peers can't walk to the corner store without wincing. Some sip their blood pressure pills before they sip their morning coffee. Some gave up dancing, gardening, even walking stairs. And sadly, most of them believe that's just what happens when you get old. But what if aging isn't a sentence? It's a reflection of our habits. What if we've just been told the wrong story about what's normal? Today I want to share 3 simple movements that I do every single day. They don't require equipment. They don't require any special background. You can do them if you haven't exercised in years. These gentle actions will help you keep your joints supple, improve circulation, and give you the confidence to walk taller and move without fear. But first, if this speaks to you, if you care about staying active for yourself or someone you love, please join our community. Subscribe. That little button isn't just for numbers. It's a decision, a promise to yourself to live better, not bitter. And if by the end of this video you feel it was just rambling nonsense, write stop in the comments. I'll understand truly. But if you feel it helped even a little, please type continue. Your voice is what keeps me going. Let's begin. The first thing I do every morning before brushing my teeth, before making my teas, rotate my feet. Yes, just simple, gentle ankle circles. Sounds too easy, right? But our feet are the foundation of the entire body. How we walk, how we stand, even how we breathe. I used to take them for granted. Running in high heels, dancing late into the night. Then, in my 50s, my feet started swelling. They ached. I needed to sit down constantly. Doctors gave me pills and compression socks. But nothing changed until one day I met a wonderful physiotherapist. She looked me straight in the eye and said, "Judy, your feet don't need pills. They need attention." Since that day, every morning, I sit at the edge of my bed. I rub my feet gently, then make slow circular motions 5 to 10 times each way. No rush, no pressure, just breathing into the movement. It takes maybe 2 or 3 minutes. But after a month, my legs felt lighter, the swelling reduced, blood flowed better, and most importantly, I felt like walking again. Our feet contain hundreds of joints, tiny blood vessels and nerve endings. When we move them, we don't just wake them up. We activate the entire circulatory system and relieve tension from our lower back too. If you're thinking, this is too basic, I challenge you try it. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today, right now, sit down, feel your feet, begin to move them gently. Let your body wake up with you. One of my neighbours, Gloria, was almost 72. She barely left the couch. Her knees hurt. Her feet were cold, even in the summer. The doctors gave me ointments and heat wraps, she told me. Nothing's working? I asked her. Have you ever just moved your feet every morning? She laughed, but she tried. 2 weeks later, she called me. Judy, she said, my feet are warm again, and I'm not afraid to get up anymore. That's the power of small steps, done every day. After waking up my feet, I moved to something I call the soft stand. It's not a squat, it's not a stretch. It's just standing with intention. Let me explain. So many of us, as we age, start to dread getting up from chairs. We grab at armrests. We make that little "ugh" sound. Some even avoid sitting down altogether, just so they won't have to get back up. But do you know what part of the body helps you rise from a chair, climb stairs, get out of the bathtub? Your glutes and quads. And if you don't keep using them, they forget how to help you. That's what happened to me after I turned 62. I remember the day it hit me. I was visiting my daughter, and I bent down to pick something up off the floor. My knees trembled. My legs felt like jelly. I had to grab the table just to pull myself upright. I felt embarrassed, ashamed even. But instead of spiraling into fear, I got curious. What if I practiced just standing slowly, steadily, once or twice a day? And so I did. Now, every morning after waking my feet, I sit in a sturdy chair. I plant my feet flat on the floor. I bring my hands to my thighs. I lean forward just a little. Then I press through my heels and rise. Not fast, not jerky, smooth and strong. I pause for one breath then gently lower back down. I do this 5 times. That's all. It doesn't seem like much, but this one little movement trains the very muscles that protect us from falls. And here's a secret. I don't do it just in the morning. Sometimes I do it before dinner or while waiting for the kettle to boil. It's become part of my rhythm like brushing my teeth. Now, let's be honest. The first week felt silly. I thought, what am I doing here? Playing chair games? But within 10 days, I noticed something. I was getting up easier. I could carry the laundry basket without wobbling. I even managed the stairs without grabbing the railing. Let me tell you about my friend Maria. She's 78, used to be a librarian. She called me one day and said, Judy, I hate going up my stairs. I always feel like I'm going to tip backwards. I showed her the soft stand. She started doing it every morning, just 5 reps. 3 weeks later, she said, "You won't believe this. I carried my groceries up the stairs without stopping. That's the magic of movement. Not punishment, not sweat and pain. Just waking up the body systems that are quietly falling asleep." Now, the third movement is the one that changed everything for me, especially my posture and breathing. It's what I call the open chest sweep. You see, with time, most of us start to fold forward. Phones, dishes, emails, knitting everything pulls us in. The chest closes, the shoulders roll, and before long, we look and feel like a question mark. I lived like that for years. Neck pain, shallow breath, low energy. I thought it was just part of aging. Then one day, I saw a video of myself from the side. I didn't recognize the woman I saw curved, tired, collapsed. That's when I started adding the chest sweep to my mornings. Here's how it works. I stand with my feet shoulder width apart. I let my arms hang gently. Then I take a slow inhale as I sweep my arms out to the sides like I'm drawing a big circle of light around me. As I lift them up and around, I open my chest, squeeze my shoulder blades gently, and imagine a golden thread pulling me up from the top of my head. Then I exhale, slowly lowering my arm. That's it. 5 slow breaths, 5 open sweeps, and each one pulls me out of that curled-in posture and into my real shape. It's more than physical. It feels emotional, like I'm saying yes to the day. Yes to being upright. Yes to showing up in my life. One of the women in our local group, Patrice, told me this little ritual helped her feel visible again. She said, "I used to feel like I was shrinking into the background. Now I feel like I take up space again, and I'm proud of it." Isn't that beautiful? Now, let's talk about something I never thought would be part of my morning. A dish towel. Yes, you heard me right. After I open my chest and breathe, I take a simple towelone of those long kitchen one-sand, use it for what I call the shoulder roll sweep. This came from necessity. See, I used to have this nagging ache between my shoulder blades. I'd reach up to the cupboard and wince. Every turn of the steering wheel felt stiff, like my upper back was rusted shut. One day, my physical therapist, bless her heart, said, "Judy, your shoulders are frozen because you've stopped rotating." That struck me. I hadn't rotated anything in years. I turned my neck to talk, sure, but full, smooth shoulder rolls, arm sweeps, nope. I'd stopped doing them because, well, they hurt. But they hurt because I'd stopped doing them. So I started using the towel. I hold it with both hands, arms extended just slightly wider than my shoulders. Then I gently raise it above my head as I inhale and sweep it back behind me as far as it comfortably goes. Then exhale as I bring it back down in front. The towel keeps my arms aligned. It gives my shoulders a gentle cue to open, not hunch. I do 5 of these each morning, and I go slow, I listen to the little cracks and pops. Each day, I feel a little more freedom, a little more movement. And here's the best part. After just a week of doing this, I could reach the top shelf without strain. No more tiptoes and grimaces. Now, I can't promise you miracles, but I can promise you this. Your body remembers. It wants to move. It wants to help you. Sometimes it just needs a gentle invitation. And that brings me to something most of us completely forget. Our calves. You might be thinking, Judy, why are you talking about calves? Well, let me tell you, your calves are your pumps. They push blood back up toward your heart. They help your balance. And they're deeply connected to something we all care about. Fall prevention. I started noticing I was getting lightheaded when standing up. A little dizzy after sitting too long. My doctor said, your circulation is slowing. Your calves need attention. So now, every morning, I do a simple move I call the heel lift pause. I hold onto the back of a chair. Stand tall. Then I slowly lift both heels, rising onto my toes like a gentle ballet dancer. At the top, I pause for a count of 3. Then I slowly lower back down. 5 reps. That's all. This gets the calf muscles pumping. It strengthens the ankles, supports balance, and boosts circulation. It's not glamorous, but it works. Sometimes I combine this with a little barefoot walking in place. Why? Because feeling the ground with your feet, really feeling it wakes up all those nerves that keep you steady. You don't need fancy balance boards or vibrating shoes. Just a soft surface and your bare feet. I call it coming home to your body. You see, these movements aren't about getting fit or toned. They're about staying connected. Connected to your strength, to your breath, to your independence. People ask me, Judy, don't you miss your yoga classes, the gym, the big workouts? And I smile and say, not really, because this little morning ritual done barefoot with a towel, a chair, and a little bit of time has given me more than any class ever did. It's mine. It meets me exactly where I am. And every day it reminds me I'm still here. I'm still strong. I still matter. There's one more part of my routine that might surprise you. It's what I call my invisible movement. You won't see me running or jumping, but I'm moving in a way that's just as important from the inside out. You see, for years I thought movement was only about muscles and joints. But the older I got, the more I realized true vitality comes from inside. That's where the blanket comes in. I sit on my chair, feet flat on the floor, spine tall, and I place the folded blanket under my hands resting gently in my lap. Then I close my eyes and I begin what I call micro releases. It's not exercise. It's not even stretching. It's more like listening. I scan my body starting from the top of my head. I soften my forehead, unclench my jaw. Let my shoulders drop just a little. Let my belly expand freely as I breathe. Sometimes I'll stay like this for just 2 minutes, other days longer. But every time I feel like I've given my nervous system a warm bath. It's a quiet signal to my body. You're safe now. You can let go. And something beautiful happens when we let go. Our body starts repairing. Tension melts. Blood flows. Digestion improves. And pain? Pain finally has room to ease. This invisible movement has become my secret weapon. It's helped with my sleep, my digestion, even my mood. And perhaps most importantly, it helped me reclaim a part of myself I'd lost, the part that trusts my body again. After my body has moved and softened, I end my ritual with just one sentence. I write, "Today my body gave me the gift of underscore, 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 underscore." Some mornings it's energy. Some mornings it's stillness. Some mornings it's just the chance to try again. I write that sentence because for many years I only saw what was wrong with my body. The extra weight, the aching knees, the wrinkles, the thinning hair. But now I start the day by seeing what's right. It's a quiet shift, but it changes everything. You know, there's a saying I once heard that I'll never forget. Aging is not lost youth. It's a new stage of opportunity and strength. I didn't believe that at first, but now I live it. Every towel stretch, every calf raise, every deep breath, it's my way of saying, yes, I'm still in this game, I'm still learning, I'm still growing. And let me tell you something that might sound strange. At 67, I feel more alive than I did at 47. Not because I'm fitter, not because I'm busier, but because I notice. I notice my breath, my steps, the way my arms move through the air, the light in my living room at 6:30 a.m. This kind of noticing, it's free, it's healing, and it belongs to all of us. So, if you're watching this, wondering where to begin, start with what you already have. A towel, a chair, your feet on the floor, and a willingness to be gentle. This isn't a program. It's a relationship with your body, your breath, your life. And it only takes 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes that changed my life. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just start with one gentle choice. A breath, a stretch, a smile at your reflection. Because healing after 60 isn't about becoming someone new. It's about coming home to who you've always been. Some people think aging means fading. I say it means awakening to your body, to your strength, to this beautiful life you're still living. If I can do it, so can you. You're not too old. You're just getting started.